an important player, and yeah.
You said on Tuesday night in Rome that you were disappointed with the second half display, especially because it was lacking hunger and fight. What do you think will happen on Sunday if your players are lacking hunger and fight again?
But honestly, I think that the second half against Rome was badly, and in many different aspects. Yeah. But I think that sometimes can happen. The most important thing is that this type of situation you don't see again this type of situation, because we played a really good first half and we were 2-0 down, but honestly I was more worried after the first half in Stamford Bridge when we were winning 2-1, but we didn't have the control of the game, and instead of the first half I was more confident for our second half. Instead happened that the second half was very, very negative, but now it's the past. It's the past, and now it's important to prepare very well this game against Manchester United, and to try to do our best on Sunday.
You know, last season there was so much positivity around the club. Everything was very positive. You were winning so many games, 93 points in the league. This season there seems to be a bit more of a mood of negativity around the club. Why do you think that is? Are you happy with the attitude of your players and their behaviour this season?
But for sure, I'm happy. I'm happy to work with my players, for sure, because I repeat, the commitment is always good. But in this season we are struggling. We are struggling a lot. Because we are facing a lot of important problems, and to solve these problems is not simple. It's not simple, and but I think in this moment that you can see if you are a winner or a loser. Understand? I think this is very important, this moment, because when the period is positive, it's very simple for everyone to play well, to have a great confidence, in this moment that you are struggling, and it's important to show our character, to be strong, to face the problem in the right way, and then yeah. But I'm used in my life. I'm used to do this, and I struggle a lot in my life as a player, and then as a coach, and also I'm. My history tell this.
Of course, on Sunday, Jose Mourinho is coming back to Stamford Bridge. What is your relationship like with him? Do you like him as a man, as a manager, his achievements?
I think it's not important, the relationship between the coaches. Yeah, you have to respect the job of the other coach and stop. Then I don't like if I to speak about the situation, and I have a respect for the job. I stop and finish. Then he's an opponent, and I'm an opponent for him, and after the game it will be the same.
Is there any problem at all between you and him?
No, but I repeat, it's not important this, and for me, he's an opponent. I stop and finish. I have respect for his job. He must have respect for my job. I stop.
You shake his hand before and after the game?
Carve, come on.
Yeah, I don't.
Finish and stop like 5 times. Let's move on.
Just turning to somebody else who will be coming back to Stamford Bridge on Sunday is Nemanja Matic. A lot of Chelsea supporters don't understand why he left in the summer. Can you just clarify why he left the club?
No, I think that now Matic is a United player, and you know very well that I don't like to speak about other players of the other teams, and I'll do the same also in this situation. But if you remember, I have already answered this question in the past.
John?
I'll tell you, Alan. You haven't played the same team this season in consecutive matches. Is that one of the problems for the inconsistencies, would you say?
But for sure now, if you see the stats, and the stats speaks very very well, no? That now we are less consistency than last season. Now we are less solid than last season. But I think that we have to continue to work to try to improve. Then for sure in this period we played always with the same players, and then when you play with the same players, for sure in some aspects you can lose something. You can earn something in the other aspect, but you can lose something in other.
So do you think you need a bit less rotation and a bit more consistency in the team?
I think during a season it's very important to make the rotation, because if you think to play with the same players, it means that you have players that play the third games in 7 days. You have players very tired. You have players with great risk to have an injury. But I think modern football is this. In the modern football, you have to think to have the rotation.
Has Roman Abramovich been down to the training ground this week to watch you train since the Rome game?
Yeah, Mr. Abramovich was in Coban on Sunday after Bournemouth game. Yeah, to watch the training, to speak, but yeah, it's normal this.
Obviously, we never speak to him or hear from him. Is he happy with the way things are progressing at the club?
But honestly, we spoke about Bournemouth games, and then the first game against Rome. We spoke about this.
Manchester United on Sunday. How do you expect them to approach the game?
We are talking about a really good team, a strong team physically, and it will be very difficult this type of game. Also because this is an important team, and we must pay great attention. But we are working to prepare this game in the right way. Yeah, but I think that United is a really good team.
Is it fair to say you can't afford to lose the game if you want to remain in the title race, or is it too early to make statements like that?
But I think now that there is a big problems for all the teams that want to fight for the title, and this big problems is Manchester City.
Yeah.
Because if Manchester City continues this way,
Do you think they're that far ahead of you at the moment?
No, but I think this is the big problems for all the teams that are thinking to fight for the title, because if they continue in this way, it will be very difficult to fight for the title. And but for sure, we have to try to do our best in every game, and I think that until now we deserve to have at this point. And then
We know what it's like to win the title. Can you see them continuing playing at this level over a whole season, Man City?
but I don't know. I don't know honestly. But until now, they are having a fantastic path, and if they continue this way, it will be very difficult for all the teams to try to fight for the title until the end.
Yes.
Does Sunday feel like a bigger game than probably the games City at Stamford Bridge to you? It feels like a big game to everyone else. It feels like a bigger game to you.
Yeah, I think when you play against Manchester United, when you play against City, Arsenal, Liverpool, Tottenham, I think that it's always a big game, and I think this type of game must excite the players to play in a fantastic atmosphere, to play and to know that the game. A lot of people will watch the game, in the whole world. Yeah, I think this is a really big game.
Do you feel under pressure? I mean, every week I've seen Premier League managers and lose 2 games and wow, they're under pressure, they could get sacked. I mean, do you feel under pressure right now?
But honestly, I feel always the same pressure because before the game I feel the pressure to win in every game, and last season is the same. When you stay on top of the table, you feel the pressure to win because you want to continue to stay top of the table. I feel always the same pressure, and this is very important because above all for me, because I'm a passionate man, I have a great enthusiasm, and I need to feel this type of pressure.
Do you like the pressure?
Yeah, like a pressure. I think that I was born with the pressure.
One last one from me. 2 of your employees got called up by England yesterday, Tammy Abraham and Ruben Loftus-Cheek, which is good news for Chelsea going forward, and maybe for you if you're still here going forward. Sorry about that.
Touch me, yeah. Yeah. And no, but I think that these players are having the right path, the right development, and it's very important for these players to play regularly and to show that they are ready to be Chelsea's players. Don't forget that the pressure is totally different if you play in a team that is fighting for the relegation zone, and then to fight for something important, to win something important. But I think this is the right path. The right path for Ruben, for Tammy is the right path, and I'm very happy that they are doing very well.
Martin?
Hi Antonio, does Victor Moses have any chance of playing on Sunday?
No, zero chance. Yeah, but the Moses' injury was a bad injury, a bad muscular problem. Yeah, and we have to wait. To have patience, and he needs more time before to recover.
One other question. Could you explain why Gary Cahill played on the right of the back three who played almost all the time for you on the left?
I think that honestly, I don't want to answer this question. But it's not disrespectful for you. It's not disrespectful for you. But who must understand. This is my answer. Understand?
So did you play on the right again?
No. He's very good to play on the left. We won a league with the Kail in this position. Yeah, I don't know. I don't understand why we have to try again to put him on the right.
So
But it's a good question. This,
is that you admitting it was a mistake on Tuesday?
Maybe, but I think that Kail can play on the right, on the left. But the best position for him, for me, is on the left. But sometimes can happen some misunderstanding. You understand? But it's important then to clarify the situation.
And will he play on Sunday?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, for sure. Kail will play for sure.
Ali.
Hi Antonio. Just want to go back to N'Golo Kante for a moment. He's been such an important player for Chelsea. How difficult is it as a manager, obviously if he's not 100% fit, are you willing to risk him because he's so important for you and for your team?
But honestly, if I wanted to risk him and I could do this against Bournemouth, I could do this against Rome. Instead, I waited. I found in myself a lot of patience to try the best way for N'Golo. It means that if I decide to put him on the team and to start the game, it will be ready to do this. Otherwise, I repeat, and I could do this against Bournemouth and against Rome.
Which team do you think this game is most important for? Obviously Manchester United trying hard to close the gap with Manchester City, and for yourselves obviously needing to recover quickly from that Champions League defeat. Who does it feel bigger for?
Yeah, but I think when there is a big team, a big game, and every team wants to win. I want to win, and but it's normal. And Manchester United has their problems, but Chelsea has his problem, and for this reason we want to try to solve our problem. For sure, big game, and both teams will try to win the game.
Do you think there'll be an element of revenge for Mourinho after the 4-0 defeat last season?
Could you repeat, please?
Because Manchester United lost last season 4-0, do you think Mourinho wants to come back and get some revenge for that defeat?
But don't forget that they won 2-0 in the second game at home. Yeah, I think every coach, every player, every team want to win, not for a revenge, but because you need to win.
Just one last one from me. Manchester United have been criticised a lot for playing defensive football. Have you done much work on sort of how to counter that if they do come to the bridge?
No, I don't care about this. I don't care. I think only my team, only my players. I think that every coach, in this case me, I have to think to try to improve my team and not to look at the other. I think that this is not the right way to look other teams or other players, other coaches.
Antonio, last time you went down against a team in the Premier League was against Watford, and you went to win that game. After the game, you said the players showed you a fighting spirit. What was the difference in attitude to the Rome game where you said they lost hunger and attitude as well?
But I don't know, but can happen this because I was player, and sometimes it happen that you want to do a lot, but you are not able to do this. Can happen. The most important thing is that this is only an isolated case.
Okay, thanks everyone. Cameras off, please.
Thank you.
Sorry about that.
No, my God. No problem.